Hey, this is Brant from TradeGuild.net, and it is October 2nd. It's been a while since I've said anything on the blog because there hasn't been much to say. We're looking at the SPY. Take a little closer look. Of course, this is the ETF for the S&P 500. It's a proxy. Instead of buying all 500 stocks, you can buy this one ETF, get the same performance, more or less. There hasn't been much going on. We did get some higher highs back here. Not much had been going on. And then a drop down to the 50 bar moving average. The next stop, if it breaks that, is going to be this 200 bar moving average in blue. That in and of itself is not really exciting because it could be just a typical pullback. But we do have this big volume in here, this big red volume, which indicates a lot of selling. You can see MACD also has been throughout this entire process going into negative territory, negative divergence. Instead of growing as it should be, it's been shrinking. This whole rally, I've felt for a long time, has been a sucker's rally, or what you would call a bear market rally. When we got this golden cross over here, 50 above the 200-day moving average, people got pretty excited. Now, what happened today that I think is kind of telling of where this market is going. I'm going to change over to Stock Finder real quick. And what you're looking at right now is a trading system that I've developed and that I'm actually looking to maybe start a fund. So if there's anybody out there with deep pockets interested in getting into the possibility of a hedge fund, visit my website, give me a ring on my email. So anyway, when we're green and we're above this channel, we're in a long position. During all this point, you can see the buy signal over here, and it stayed long this entire time, and then it's moved below the channel right over here, and 2 days consecutive under this channel gives us a short signal. So this is SMH, semi holders, the ETF for semiconductors. So we have a sell signal. It's one of the first sell signals we've seen in a major ETF or a major sector of the market. Some other stocks that we're going to take a look at real quick, I'm going to go ahead and jump back to Telechart, is FXI. And this is iShares for China 25 index. You can see, again, we had the golden cross over here, the 50 above the 200. And right now, we're sitting right below that 50-day moving average, which has happened before. But it's only happened recently, when we made a sort of double top over here. Otherwise, it's held very well on that 50-day moving average, as you can see throughout this entire period. So this is significant. Also significant is that volume's picked up over here on the downside. We also have that negative divergence over here in MACD. Instead of growing, it's shrinking, and it's in negative territory. And if we look at our Stock Finder program, we'll pull up FXI. You'll see that here too we have a short signal. Actually yesterday, today is the day it gave the short signal, so that would mean you would sell short on the open tomorrow morning on the open. Other stocks, back to Telechart, you can see I like to use both of these. CY, which is Cypress Semiconductor, the SMH, which is the Semiconductor Holder Index. We're seeing that same kind of pattern or behavior where this holds at the 50-day moving average. The 50-day moving average, it cracked below it once as it just went sideways. Actually made kind of a triangular pattern over here, which could be indicative of two things: a continuation pattern or a top. Considering what MACD looks like and some other things, I think that this is probably a breakdown to the downside. So you may get a chance to buy it or short sell it at 10, and then we'll probably see again some support over here at the 200-day moving average in blue around $8. So 20%, maybe it bounces a little bit. Once it breaks this 200-day moving average, then we can see some real downside movement in Cypress Semiconductor. MACD looks good as far as a short sell, and again we get this red volume over here that's picking up, so that's good for Cypress Semiconductor on a short sell. Another one that we're looking at, Manpower, MPWR. a break of that 50-day moving average. Also, it is below our channel. Now this is the same channel, just on telechart. 2 days below equals short signal. That means go short tomorrow morning. This may bounce back up to 22, no big deal. Probably find some support around 1850 in this area. It will probably eventually break that support. I think that this rally is knocking on death's door, and I think we're going to see a turn. And it's awkward because usually October is the month that bear markets end. So it looks like this might be the month where this one resumes.